standing here looking out of my office window, and I'm looking at a gorgeous blue sky and beautiful sunshine. And it's hard to believe that watching this serenity and quietness, that the world is in the grip of this incredible pandemic. And I just want to bring a couple of thoughts to you today. One thought is of a warning, and another thought is of encouragement. Let me do the warning first. Every time we have a calamity in the world and a major issue taking place, we're drawn to prophecy, and we're drawn to the second coming of Jesus, and we're drawn to the signs of the times. It's very clear in both Old Testament and New Testament that there are end time prophecies and end time signs that Jesus gave and prophets gave towards the coming of the Lord at the end of the world. And the warning very simply is not to overreach and not to overthink the signs of the times. In Matthew 24, Jesus gave us a list of signs which said very simply there would be wars and rumours of wars, there would be famine, earthquakes and pestilence, and that there would be the rise of the fig tree, and that there would be other things taking place that would be a sign of the end. But Jesus prefaced those comments by saying, these are the beginning of sorrows. And what he was talking about was an extension of time, that there would be a beginning of sorrows and a lengthy period before he would come back again. And the beginning of sorrows is not the end result, it's not even the halfway point, it's the beginning of sorrows which has lasted now for almost 2,000 years. And the danger, and I want to bring this warning, is that we start extrapolating the signs and trying to understand how close we are to the Lord. Signs are very simply a messenger, a pointer, a signpost to the fact that the age is coming to an end. It's not the beginning, it's not the middle, and it's not the end. It's the beginning of sorrows. And we extrapolate these signs by very simply watching them, looking at them, trying to understand them, which is sometimes very difficult because there are various shades of opinion and there are various interpretations to prophecy. So you have to look at it in a big picture and in a big way, and then begin to say to yourself, signs are helpful, signs can guide us, signs can point the way, but Jesus said, when you see these things come to pass, look up, for your redemption draws near. Signs are not the end result. They're not the focus of our attention. They are pointers. They show us the way. They guide us towards the end. The end result is the coming of the Lord Jesus. And we are to look up because our redemption draws nigh. So don't be drawn in to try and understand all the signs of the times. And just because we have this plague that is filling the world, it's not necessarily the end result. The end result is Jesus returning. Signs point us in the direction. We're not to examine them. We're not to feed on them. We're not to make them our end result. The end result is the coming of the Lord. So a simple warning when we're looking at prophecy and the signs of the times. And then secondly, a word of encouragement. In one of Israel's bleakest moments, when Hezekiah was king and the Assyrians were camped around Israel, and they'd given out the warning that unless Israel surrendered, then the city would be ransacked. And they gave a very clear warning. The children of Israel were sick with fear. Hezekiah had no idea what to do, but God did. And God raised up a prophet who came to Hezekiah, and the outcome of the prophecy is Psalm 46. The first verse of Psalm 46 says, very simply, God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in time of trouble. At the moment, this world is in big trouble. Scientists, doctors, politicians, eminent theologians, they're all trying to work their way around what's happening, why is it happening, what does it point to, how do we remedy this problem, how do we solve it. The psalmist said in prophecy, God is our refuge and strength. And even though it's bad and it's a pandemic and it's touched all corners of the globe and it's raced around the world in such a quick time, this viral pandemic has caused such a blazing trail of disaster, God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in time of trouble. Signs are not our helpful guide. Signs are not the end result. The end result is that God is our refuge and strength. And the last verse of Psalm 46, which was the culmination of the prophecy, very simply says, "Be still and know that I am the Lord." If there was ever a time during this self-isolation period where countries are literally shutting down and people are staying home, this is the time to be still and to know that He is the Lord. So be guided by the signs. Be watchful as to what's taking place. We've always had wars, famines, pestilence throughout the whole age of the church. 2,000 years we've had all these signs. This is not necessarily the end. The end is when Jesus comes. So God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in time of trouble. And as we are still in isolation, be still and know that He is the Lord. And I just want to bless you with a warning and an encouragement that in times like this, our only hope is in Him. God bless you.